Well, here we are, loving you some more. And part of loving you is cherishing your life purpose. This is so vital. You do have a life purpose, and it may be very clear to you, and you know what it is, what you're passionate about, or it may not be clear to you, in which case you still have a life purpose, you just don't know it yet and haven't come to the surface. One of the things that's been so helpful to me personally is something we wrote about in our book, Liberating Your Magnificence, where we talked about substance versus form. This has been a guiding idea for my life. It's really helped me. It's been healing to me that we are used to looking at life in terms of, well, Scott Peck, what's his position? What does he do? What's his occupation? How successful is he? What has he accomplished? Has he written anything? All these things are the way we identify ourselves. And even when we go to social events, people say, well, what do you do? And so often it's our job rather than our passion or our life purpose. So I think of all of that as the form. But what's more important is the substance. Who is Scott Peck? Who is this guy that you're listening to right now? Is he a video producer? Is he an author? Is he a real estate agent? Is he, what the heck, who is he? And the answer is, that's not important to define me in terms of labels. What is important is to know what's in my heart. What's driving me? What's the essence of me? So this is the question for you. What is your essence? What's driving you? And for me, the answer is love. I want everyone in the universe to understand love, to be loved, and to be loving. And that's why we came up with the term love master, someone who's an expert at loving themselves and loving others. Imagine our world with that. That's my dream. That's my passion. That's really why I'm talking to you today, because I'm looking at you and me as a person that is becoming or expanding as a love master, because that's where we're headed. I've had a challenge in my professional life. I'm extremely talented at getting things done. People call on me to get things done, to be a leader of whatever I join. And the problem has been that despite all my desires to have my career be full-time in the love arena, it has turned out that my career has been more full-time in many, many other occupations, including the one I'm in right now, real estate, which I've been in for many years. In fact, I sometimes laugh that I've risen to the top of the wrong occupation because I'm quite a leader in real estate in our area in Southern California, in San Diego. But for many years I was angry that I was stuck in this occupation because to make money. Rather than in my passion for expressing love. And even though Shannon and I have written books and we've given talks and workshops, it's all been, and we've established the Love Center, it's all been part-time activity. So when somebody asks me, what do you do? It's kind of interesting. Well, I'm a full-time real estate agent. I'm also co-founder of the Love Center and a teacher of love. So I have had to learn to be at peace with bringing together these two dimensions, my soul passion and what seems to be required to earn a living and make a contribution to our family. So here's what I've done. If you trace the last 10 years of my life, it's moved from anger to reluctant to acceptance of real estate to actual in getting pleasure out of doing the things that would enable me to rise in real estate and serve people well, until finally I got to the place in my thinking that I'm using real estate as a vehicle for my love passion. So in cherishing my life purpose, I'm cherishing love by using everything in my life as a vehicle for expressing love. And my partner Bob, who's got a good sense of humor, said to someone else, I've never known anybody who can blur the line between real estate and love as much as Scott Peck. And what a compliment that is to my heart. So if you're in a occupation that is not consistent or doesn't seem to be consistent with your life purpose, just know that you can exude your life purpose through any position, through being a mother, a father, a caretaker. Whatever you're doing as your quote occupation, that is something that you can let your life purpose, what you most cherish, flow through and be expressed. So you notice that when I speak now about who I am, I'm at peace. Even in my business card, on one side it says Scott Peck Real Estate, and if you turn it over, the other side has a picture of Shannon and me and the Love Center logo. And I finally concluded, you know, I don't think that I want to do business with anybody who would be put off by who I really am. And so I happily share this card with all my real estate clients or the love clients that I work with, and it's brought a peace to me instead of thinking I'm living in two different worlds. You might say it took a little courage because I thought, well, maybe it turned some people off. But you know what happens? I meet people in real estate all the time who are going through relationship challenges, who aren't loving themselves well, and when they discover that I'm one of the co-founders of the Love Center and talk and teach about love, it actually reaches them at a different dimension. So real estate becomes, for me, more than selling a home or buying a home, of helping somebody move through a life transition, helping somebody wake up to their highest self. I love that. So I am cherishing that you have a life purpose, and it doesn't matter. Don't get involved in how to measure the success you're having in expressing your life purpose. How can you measure success of life purpose? It's so infinite, it's so vast. How do you quantify love? You know, how do we determine what's happening right now in your heart as you're listening to me? You know, awakening is something that happens in a spiritual, deep way, deep within our soul and our heart. This is what your life purpose is. And your life purpose includes helping others because really that's what life purpose is all about. How can you be of service to the universe? What's your highest self? What's your highest use? In real estate, we often talk about the highest and best use of a piece of land. You know, if a park, or would it be better to put condominiums on that park, or what would be the highest and best use of that piece of land? So I think of that. What's the highest and best use of you? What's the highest and best use of me? So I'm cherishing your life purpose, and I'm encouraging you to bring it forward, to allow it to come forward in your heart with peace and with passion, and know that this isn't something you're inventing. This is something that love created you to be, and that love is expressing through you. One of the fastest ways to get to your life purpose and let it come forward is to keep surrendering to love. Back to that first love skill, move into love alignment. I love who you are. I love your life purpose. I cherish you, and welcome to the heart of love.